it's Susie Bulloch from HeyGrillHey.com, and I'm back with another awesome recipe for your grill. Today it is a beer and mustard glazed pork tenderloin. Let's do it. Pork tenderloins are the perfect meal to make, A, when you're in a hurry, and B, when you don't have a ton of people to feed, but you want something that's beautiful and impactful and memorable. Pork tenderloin is incredibly tender. It's not very fatty, it's nice and lean, and so when you cook it to a beautiful medium rare, it slices thin, and we're serving this with a beer and mustard sauce, which is absolutely dynamite. So here's how you do it. We start with a pork tenderloin. These typically come cryovac in a 2-pack. So depending on how many people you feed, each one is about a pound and will feed 2, maybe 3 people. So depending on how many people you feed, you can either cook one or both. Simply take it out of the package, remove any excess fat or silver skin with a sharp knife, and stick that into a gallon-sized zip top bag. Now we need to make our marinade. This is actually gonna double as our sauce. We start with about a 1/4 cup of shallots, and shallots are kind of like these tiny little onions, and they don't have a lot of heat or spice, but they have this great aromatic flavor. It's almost a cross between onion and garlic. So we start with that and add in a 1/4 cup of whole grain mustard. There are a ton of different varieties on the market. Pick something that sounds good. Just make sure you can see those nice granules of mustard. 1/3 cup of apple cider vinegar, a 1/4 cup of honey, a 1/2 cup of brown sugar, and 2 cloves of garlic. You can whisk that all together, and as you're stirring, slowly pour in 12 ounces or 1 bottle of your favorite beer. This is a porter. It's not too dark, but it's not too light. It'll be a great balanced flavor in here. Once that's all mixed and combined, simply pour it over your pork, close the zip top bag, and stick it in the refrigerator for at least an hour. If you want to do this in the morning before you leave for work, that's great too. It can sit in the marinade all day, up to 8 hours. When you're ready to cook, preheat your grill to about 400 degrees Fahrenheit. You're looking for direct heat, so you want those flames to be close to the bottom to really crisp up the exterior as it cooks the pork. In the meantime, in a medium saucepan, you're gonna heat up 2 tablespoons of butter and 2 tablespoons of flour. Whisk them until they're melted together and then pour in the marinade. We're gonna bring this up to a boil that'll kill off any of the bacteria that was in the marinade itself from touching the raw meat, and it will create this lovely, thick, and luscious sauce. When your pork tenderloin is done, you want to check the internal temperature. It needs to read 145 degrees Fahrenheit. It typically takes 8 to 10 minutes. Just make sure that you continuously turn it on the grill until you get to that temperature. Pull it off, let it rest for 5, maybe 10 minutes before slicing against the grain, and drizzle over with that lovely beer and mustard sauce.